And good morning. We have ourselves our classic East Coast versus West Coast. Folks, thank you for tuning in. This is the 11th annual JWHL playoffs, and we have ourselves a championship match coming up this morning between the North American Hockey Academy, NAHA, against the Pacific Steelers. Steelers will be in the away dark jerseys, the black jerseys and red bottoms, and the NAHA team will be coming out in their red, white, and blue. Now, to get to this postseason, they had a very good regular season, this NAHA group. They came in at a 22-2-3 regular season, 47 big points on the year. And the Pacific team, they were coming in third place with 34 points on their own. They came in on a regular season at 17-10-6. Now, to get to the postseason, to this championship game, both teams had to survive in a round-robin tournament or play 3 games. And the survivor of that moved to the semifinals. In the semifinals last night, Pacific won over the Shamrocks 5-2. And NAHA, they took care of the Ottawa 67s 2-1. Well, we are ready to go. The puck is about to drop. And here we go. Puck controlled off of the draw initially by the Steelers. Now it goes back down inside the zone. And NAHA clears it out of their zone, up the ice for their first attack. And the pipes for the Steelers. Looks like that's Martins. She had a great match yesterday over the Pride, shutting them out in the opening match. So teams make their first line change. That's Wagner trying to chase it down. They'll play it back, try to set their offense to get going. Now in the pipes for the NAHA team, looks like it's going to be Cornish again. These two teams faced off against each other about 3 times in the regular season. And each time the NAHA squad came away with the victory. Outscored them basically 2-1. Strategy going in for Jeff Eaton's squad is definitely going to be to get on the board early and put the pressure on this NAHA group. So both teams feeling each other out in our opening moments of this championship match here. We're coming to you live from the Kennedy Recreational Center in Trenton, Michigan. Again, my name is Kevin Bryant here on the call for today's championship match. No shots on goal to begin with. Pressing it into the zone. Looks like that was Wong. He's coming around, looking for some help. Nobody home, though, in the crease. That puck came outside. Grumley sends it down towards the mouth of the net. Easy save, though. And the Steelers squad trying to get going here. We had daylight savings time, so a little bit of change of time. Wonder if that threw off some of these skaters for this championship match. So like any match where teams know each other, and these teams have played about a month ago against each other. Of course, they're going to feel each other out and see if there's anything new to know on the strategy on the other sides of the bench to see how they'll attack in this early match. So the puck is up against the boards. We're going to get ourselves a dropping of the puck. It'll be Bryce in the circle going against Pascal. Controlled by Pacific. They'll clear it up the ice. Broussard had 2 goals in the quarterfinal match, and that puck will find its way out of the playing area, so we'll have ourselves a dropping of the puck just outside that blue line. And the same 2 will be facing off against Halinka Bryce for Naha. Now this one's controlled by Pacific. Broussard will send it over the ice. No one home there, though. Naha will make a change onto the ice for their group was Darcy Johal. Johal had a goal again in that quarterfinal match yesterday. They put him in the semifinals. This Naha team has been hot all year long. Haven't dropped a match since December 8th. Perfect on the season so far of this, well, not on the season, but on the new year. There's a turnover, a glove save. Haley Martins going over to the University of New Brunswick next year. Jeff Eaton really trusts her in the pipe. She's done a great job all year long. Good energy here. Up the ice. There's a rebound and a score. Leah Marino on the goal. She had a breakaway opportunity. Sent it at the net. You'll see it bounce right off of Martin's stick. She couldn't corral the rebound, and it went right back over to the blade of Marino. Marino puts it home in the empty net. We have ourselves our first goal. Going to mark that one at the 4:27 mark of the first period. Unassisted there on that goal. And right back at it. Here comes this Naha team, centering pass, just a bit behind. This Pacific team now clears it out of their zone up the ice. Pascoa sends it to the side. Now there's an opportunity for a wraparound. Broussard was coming through the crease. Pascoa couldn't corral that puck, though. She had some help there. Couldn't see her. Parton now keeps it in. Steelers now trying to regroup after giving up the first goal of our championship match. It's good defense by Parton, and then some forecheck and keeping that puck in her zone. Down into the corner, though. You see how the 3-2 zone of there's a shot, and there's another shot. I wonder whether that whistle of the netting came off. Yeah, it looks like that netting did come off, and going to get now joined into the broadcast by one of the assistant coaches.
Kush Sidhu, I'm one of the founders of the league.
Okay. Are you on here? Puck back up the ice now. Here comes Naha. Sent in, easy glove save. As the teams change size. Welcoming into our broadcast booth Kush Sidhu. Sidhu.
Yeah, Sidhu.
Sidhu.
How we
I'm
doing?
going to get it right, man.
All right.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
So 11th season so far, and we're in our championship match.
Yeah.
2 teams that you know well.
Yes, yeah. North American Hockey Academy has been league champions, I think, in the last 11 years. They've won it, I think, 8 times or 7 times. And Pacific Steelers have always been a strong competitor, have yet to win the championship. But this is the second year in a row that they've been in the finals. So pretty exciting. Pretty exciting to see them in the finals again.
The Steelers, they've faced against Naha 3 times this year. Very close, but getting outscored. And you see the early goal to start this match.
Yep.
Strategy-wise, you as a tactician, what would you be telling your team now being down 1 early?
Well, you know, a team like Naha, if you sit back and try to defend all day, you're going to ultimately get scored on, you know. And I think if you're too passive, you're just gonna. It's just a matter of time before they score. So I think Pacific's got a lot of skill, and they need to use that skill to just try to assert themselves and, throw a punch. Like not literally, but figuratively. We want teams to be aggressive and assertive and control the play and take shots and attack. And I think if Pacific definitely has this talent to do that. So hopefully they can pull it together. They've had a lot of zone time already. Now they just need to find a way to get some good shots on net and get after it.
Yeah, they have possessed the puck, but it seems like the Naha defense, it really has been stepping up, and you can see how they've really forced the action by stepping out. They don't really give you a lot of room to set your offense.
No, Naha's not easy to play against. They're just very smart, very patient. They take away a lot of space. They have a lot of skill. They transition the puck well. So if their D do get the puck, it's going to get up to their forwards pretty quickly, and they'll be on the counterattack. Just like this play here, quick regroup in the neutral zone, and they're on the attack. Already got a shot. So yeah, I mean, Naha's champion year after year for a reason. They have great players. They play well and well coached.
Yeah, and this player right here, Ruthrich, has had a great year. There's a quick turnover right here. Let's see if the Pacific can do anything with it. But you can see how Naha's defense retreats so fast.
Yeah, no, great skaters and get back in the play quickly, and they're able to recover from any mistakes that they make, pretty well. So, Ruthrich, player of the year this year, amazing kid, and obviously also the first team All-Star, top forward. Pretty much everything you could ask for in a kid, she accomplished in 1 season. So,
yeah,
awesome.
And when I look over their entire roster, Coach Driscoll, I mean, everybody's going somewhere. I mean, that's a stacked squad.
It's stacked, and they're always like that, and it makes everyone better. The teams that play against them, they're kind of like our league, the cream of the crop in our league, and they set the standard for the rest of our teams to try to, emulate in terms of, how they play and the type of kids that they have, and certainly their college placements, national team placements. So, but that's good. You always need someone to set the bar high, and
sure.
It helps the other teams achieve.
Well, kind of give me a recap of your assessment of the season.
Well, the season's great. Every team from, I would say, we have 10 teams in our league, and from 1 to 9, on any given day, anyone could beat anyone. And that parity is really impressive. We have a new team who's in 10th place. It's going to take them a little while to kind of, get up to speed. But even they were pretty competitive. They didn't win games, but they were in games, and they were able to compete, But yeah, it's great to see like a 9th place team beating a 1st place team, or things like that. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen. So no one can relax. So that's a great sign of a great league.
Yeah, and in the 11th season, you're continuing to add teams as well. This year, you added the Detroit team, and is that a reason why we're having the championship game here locally?
It is. We wanted to obviously, support the Little Caesars in their joining our league, and they had an interest in obviously showcasing their city and their teams, and so we're really pleased to be here in Detroit. It's been a lot of fun. We've split a little bit of time between the downtown arena and this one, but I mean that Red Wings practice facility is unbelievable. That's just out of sight. I wish we could have had more games there, but with just one rink, it's not feasible. But Trenton's been amazing. Great facility here, great people. Everything's run on time. So it's been it's been a great weekend here in Detroit.
Well, and I got to ask about your squad.
Okay.
And your weekend here.
Yeah.
What can you take away from your squads this weekend and how they played this
well,
weekend?
you know, we didn't do our best this weekend in terms of our results. We worked really hard. We lost we lost all of our games in this playoff weekend. And but we competed. I think our kids really have had a great season. We still have a month left in our season, so we're at a point where we're just getting healthy from a lot of injuries that we've had, and so we're feeling good about where we are. And it's, you know, we're a couple of goals away from where we would like to be on the scoreboard, but we're in every game. We're competing hard. We're still getting better. So very pleased with our season and our weekend. Obviously, results are you know, not what we want, but you know, the other things like the way we played and you know, our compete level was there, and you know, that's the most important thing for us right now.
You're pleased with the growth.
I'm pleased, absolutely, yeah. And you know, we don't have our kids are from Washington, you know, kind of like Little Caesars. You know, their kids are from Detroit, so we do with what we have, and we don't have a big hockey culture in Washington, but you know, we compete, and every now and then we get some special kids that really help us, you know, to you know, like we won a league championship a couple years ago, which was amazing, and we want to get back, you know. So our kids are watching this game, but they definitely want to be in this game, and hopefully they'll do that next year.
Well, I'll let you get back to your kids, and I appreciate you joining on this broadcast. Good to meet you soon.
All right.
And you take care.
All right.
And back to live action here. We're joined there by Kush Sidhu of the Washington Pride head coach, one of the co-founders of the JWHL. Appreciate him bringing us up to speed with everything going on with his squad, as well as some of the history of this great growing league. So Pacific trying to get back and even this match out. Patton now just trying to shove it down into the ice while they're coming on a line change, a shift change. 7:45 on our game clock. Cami Cornish in the pipes for Naha. There she goes with a great block right there with her stick save. A couple players go down on the ice. No foul there, right in front of the official. Unable to catch up to the puck for Pacific is Kristen. Keeler, good job there of trying to get in the way, and now a good turnover. Pacific, though, now coming up the ice, has an opportunity. They'll throw it in. Good job by Martins, scooping up the puck and not allowing that rebound to jump out and cause any harm, any foul. 6:46 on our game clock, 1-0 lead. Scoring for the Naha squad was Marino, Leah Marino. Early in the match, 4:23 mark, I believe, on the first period. Unassisted goal. See ya. Markovsky catches up with it. She'll send a shot up, and that was a great glove save by Martins. Scooped that shot up. It was coming top shelf over her shoulder. Great reaction there. So in the circle for Naha is Danelli. Sent up the ice, chased down. No penalty there. Could have been a tripping call. Really close, right in front of the ref. There's Patterson taking that popcorn out of the air, trying to get the give and go. Couldn't get loose of the defender, though. This Naha squad, as Kush was just alluding to, very skilled group. Now coming up the ice is Ruth Rich. She's flanked. She sends a shot in, and then rebound. Oh, it's better to be lucky than good, but now the puck finds the net off of the rebound. Ruth Rich sent the shot in, bounced around. She's not going to get credit with the goal, though. I believe that one will go to Denali. Kaylee Denali, right place, right time. Man, the shot from the blade of Ruth Rich did its job. That puck was just bouncing and behaving, and it finds the net. Second goal for Naha. They will take a 2-zip lead at the 14:23 mark of the first period. So Ruth Richard get credit with the assist on that. Coming right back in. Shot and save. Puck is controlled now by Pacific in their zone. Trying to clear it out. Naha really stepping on the gas here in the early moments. Stick save from Martins. Ruth Rich showing why she was the player of the year on that last attack. Just bouncing that shot right down in on the goal's mouth. Bounced in front of Martins. Couldn't corral it. And then the puck just continued to bounce around until it found a home. And Denali bangs it in for the 2-0 lead for the North American Hockey Academy. Team out of Vermont. Got me some good history this morning, finding out that they have won 7 or 8 of these championships, and we're in season 11. They definitely are the ones to beat. So we'll get ourselves an icing call. Puck will come back up ice in front of the Naha netminder. Cornish going to the University of Wisconsin next year. She signed, the senior. Keeler couldn't catch up to it. Patterson right there on the doorstep. The shot. They tried to go downstairs on the 5-hole. Good pad save there by Cornish. Wong up top. Her shot is glove save. Patterson trying to get a stick in there and try to dislodge it. After the whistle, Cammie Cornish doing a great job of covering that puck up. 3:58 remaining in the first period here of our championship match of the JWHL. I'm Kevin Bryant. I hope you're enjoying our entire broadcast so far. Hanny now with the turnover. She'll drop it back. Pascal send it down in the corner. Brossard to come scoop it up. Unable to keep control of the puck in the zone as it squirts out in the neutral zone. You can see how the difference of attack from these two units. This Pacific Steelers squad possessing the puck as opposed to passing it around the angles, while Naha does a good job of taking the puck up the ice by kind of a zigzag motion. Well, there's a shot that's taken somebody's glove right off. That was Forsberg losing a mitten. She's going to have to go to the bench. Oh, Patton with it. Rounder parting with it. Good forecheck, keeping it inside. Rutherich now to the centering pass. Right off of the blade of Denali, trying to get her second goal. Rutherich with it. You can see she has some soft hands and quick legs. That shot will find the netting. We'll get ourselves a dropping of the puck just outside the blue line. Yeah, Rutherich and Patterson. Patterson to win that draw. There's a breakaway opportunity. Here comes Patterson up the ice. She's going to go down. That's going to be a penalty. We'll get ourselves a penalty shot because she didn't have control of the puck, but she was taken down on a hooking call, I believe. And we'll have ourselves our first penalty of this match. This is a big opportunity coming up for Pacific. So they're going to get Sydney Feast on a 2-minute hooking call, and Pacific Steelers need to capitalize on this. First man advantage. Pascoe will go in for the draw. She'll take control back to Wong. You see Pacific has two people down inside. Right in the crease area, fighting off. There's a shot inside and redirect. Unable to get a blade on it though. And Naha will clear it out. So the first attack for the Steelers on this man advantage goes for naught. We're just 1 minute remaining in this first period. 1:10 on the penalty for the Steelers. They don't make a change. Here comes Broussard, Pascoe, Sims, Wong. And looks like Parton up top. Wong will send a shot high over everyone's head. Didn't get a good kind of carom off of the. There's a good pass coming into the crease, sneaking in. Wong with a good opportunity to Broussard. Broussard poke checked away though before she can unleash a meaningful shot. Here comes Parton up the ice. Final 20 seconds. Good job of defense there. Official getting in the way. Naha come up the ice hard on this shorthanded opportunity. Rutherich possesses it, spins around, sends it down inside. Sims took a person off the ice. That was a big hit there by Sims. You get a penalty from Sims coming up. And Sims will get an interference call. Actually, they dropped that one on, Taylor Sims. So only 7 seconds remaining here in the first period. Rutherich sends the puck over to the side, and that'll pretty much do it for our opening period here, as the Naha group led by Bill Driscoll will take a 2-0 lead. And we'll just take ourselves a brief break, and we'll come back with our second period here in the JWHL championship match from the Kennedy Recreational Center. Match between the Pacific Steelers in the black jerseys, red bottoms, and the NAHA North American Hockey Academy squad in the red, white, blue jerseys and the blue bottoms. They lead 2-0. 2 goals scored in that first opening period. First goal was by Leah Marino. The second was by Denali. We find ourselves in a power play opportunity for the next minute or so for NAHA. Steelers desperately need, of course, to make this kill here to even the ice back out. Try to get their offense going. Pascoa, Keeler, Parton comes out onto the ice for the Steelers as NAHA comes up. 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Backhanded upstairs is stymied right at the goal mouth. As Roast sends it across the ice over. Spino, I believe, on the shot. A stick save. Really a soft effort. NAHA group not really being patient with this advantage to begin our second period. Could really do some big damage here in this last charge. They can find the back of the net. There's a centering pass. It's a great centering pass. Unable to get up to it, though, was Marino. And now both teams will be evened out as that penalty expires. That one, I believe, went off the hat of Martins. If not the hat, it bounced right up high off of the back of the net. Keeler now trying to balance herself out. Pascoa with some help and beside cannot get the puck out. Sims was alone right inside the crease. And Pacific is going to have to be able to take advantage of some of these opportunities to get back in this match. And it's going to have to start on the offensive end. Not enough room for that cheese to find any kind of eyes. Sims will run to the bench as she sends the puck down inside. Good job forechecking there. Coming up big was Kristen for the Steelers. There's going to be an offsides call, so NAHA retreat. Similar to the way we started out this match with both teams kind of in cruise control. You'd like to see a little bit more energy out of the Steelers squad down 2 goals here. There's a quick turnover for the Steelers. They have numbers if they can get it up the ice. If they can drop back. Delhani was open. Broussard now tries to dislodge the puck. Screaming for it up top is Wong. She'll get it. Good job of blocking. Going right down to the ice. Fighting hard for NAHA is Wagner. Now Denali tries the centering pass. Good spacing in between right now for NAHA. hard to play defense when your team is this skilled and keeping and staying inside of their composure, knowing their game plan. That's why units like this squad, and it attracts so many of the top skaters, this league, this Naha group. Might get ourselves a penalty here. We'll see what the call will be. It looked like that was a cross check. And it will be a Pacific penalty on Raymond Ray in the box for 2 minutes. So last time, Naha found themselves on the power play. Ruth Rich and Denali hooked up for the power play goal. This looks to be their second unit, or the second line for Naha. Not the big scoring unit with Ruth Rich, player of the year. Driscoll, the coach for Naha, giving some. He has a lot of options, of course. Killing off this first minute well is this Steelers squad. Just like that, here comes that number one group. Broussard on the turnover. Should have some open ice. The Steelers squad now, their first kill unit. Sims with the turnover. Puck still loose, but Steelers wisely retreat. Darcy Johal, number 7. Right up top for Holden. Holden will send it inside. The puck's still loose, falling right on top of it. Puck is still loose. It's spent out. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. It's sent back down inside. Biscuit is still loose, and finally Martins will pounce on it with 8 seconds remaining. We'll have ourselves 2 new units come out on the ice. It's a good job there in the net by Haley Martins. He had a bunch of defenders in front of her. Puck sent in by Naha, bounced around, and able to corral it before any damage could be done with Martins. So Steelers doing a good job of this kill. They really needed this one. And couldn't afford to go down 3. And now we're back to even ice. Action right in front of us here, center ice. 2 teams battling back and forth. Now here comes the Steelers up the ice. Wong. Wong's had a very good year. Hasn't found the back of the net in this tournament. I would love to. The defenseman has a lot of good speed and is an aggressive player. There's Ruth Rich. Numbers for Naha. That shot right in the breadbasket of Martins. 11:33 on the game clock here in the second period of this championship match. 11th championship of the 19U JWHL. Ruth Rich will be facing off against Patterson for the Steelers. Ruth Rich will win the draw. It's a very sound unit, this Naha group. Not a lot of bad passes or turnovers. They get back fast on the defense. It's just really hard to catch them sleeping. Ruth Rich going into the bench. As a fresh line will come out for Naha. They'll set their offense. That puck will skirt out of the zone as Denali makes her way to the bench. There's an errant pass off of a skate. Patterson unable to really control the puck as she was motoring up the ice, though. Pozaransky with it momentarily for Naha. Now trying to catch the Steelers in a change. Morano, she had scored the first goal. It's a good shift here for the Steelers, really pressing the action for the last, say, about 90 seconds. The next piece of the puzzle, though, is going to have to be letting on some shots in front of Cornish. Cornish is really not seeing that much action this morning, this championship match. And get a slash call as the puck was attempting to get a forecheck. It's Maddie Johnson. She'll have a 2-minute slashing call. So for the Steelers, hello, this is your chance. The skull. Ruth Rich on the draw. Brossard couldn't break her way through the defense. That's a good forecheck, taking them right off of the puck. It was two Steeler players, Pascoe, and it looks like that was Wong. Sorry, that's Ray. Or Sims. There's a shot, couldn't get through to the net. Pascoe again trying to get inside of Cornish. Cornish not giving any openings in that corner. And now we'll have Pascoe going up against Bryce. Steelers will control the draw. Fighting inside is Pascoe and Patterson. Patterson with the redirect. Right in front. Patterson, you'll be able to see that. The shot came off of the blade of Wong. We were talking about Wong, and they may even give Wong the credit on the goal, but there was a little bit of a redirect right in front of the net. And that is exactly what the Steelers needed to get back into this match. They take advantage of the man advantage. And now we have ourselves a 2-1 score in this championship match. So I'm sure, again, we don't have the announcers in the arena to verify the goal. We're going to give it to Wong, and that one's going to come at 11:23 of the second period. Big hit there. Maybe this Naha squad not letting the Steelers get comfortable. Going on the ice hard there was Grumley. So the Pacific Steelers jumping back in this match after the slashing call. Gave them a man advantage. Shot up top from just inside the blue line off of the blade of Wong. I'm going to say for my advantage it was redirected, but I believe they're going to just go ahead and give the call to Wong. But either way, Steelers are back in this match. Puck stuck along the boards, near side. As we approach the 7-minute mark of the second period. You can tell the energy from the Steeler bench and the faithful in the attendance here has picked up since that last goal. Energy in the building has turned up just a notch. And when you're as skilled as this Naha group is, this is kind of what you don't throw any rocks at the dog that is barking at you. This might be that opportunity where the dog might come back and bite you. The Steelers squad, second year in a row being in the championship match against Naha, really wants to come away with the victory this year. They're not afraid. You can see the way that they're approaching this match. A tough bunch of skaters out here. Good kick save by Martins. Unable to corral the puck. Now they do. Trying to clear it out of the zone is the Steelers. Denali send it into the corner and chase. No change. Just as I say that, I can hear some chanting going on. There's a breakaway, right in front of the net. Unable to catch up with that puck, and just scoop it into the net was Borgson. Great opportunity. Another big hit into the glass, and we're going to get ourselves a penalty. Another cross check. And this is going to go against Naha, so the Steelers are riding a wave of momentum right now. We have a 2-minute call against Alex, actually against Graves. So the Steelers now really own this second half of the second period. Find themselves on the power play once again. And Patterson's inside the crease, and she had tripped up the Naha player. Ruthrich now up the ice, really killing it. She'll eat it behind the net. Good job of taking precious minutes off of the clock as Broussard take possession of the puck. And Broussard, Parton, Wong. They get this puck right back here to Wong. You know she wants to unleash another shot. Credited with the last goal. She's eyeballing that net. Good job of going down and blocking that shot opportunity, though, from Moreno. 1 minute remaining on the power play. Wong glances up at the clock. There's a shot, kick save. Cornish has a pretty much clear view of the entire puck, and her defense inside in front of her is doing a great job. They know what the stakes are right now. They don't want the Steelers to tie this match up. They'd be feeling way too good about themselves then. There's Parton up top, final 30 seconds of the power play. As Wong kind of sends it across the ice, didn't get any kind of bouncing as she sent the puck towards the mouth. Now Wong on the one time. Again, not getting a clean shot. Good job of keeping it in the zone, though. Final 10 seconds. Parton will send it across the ice. Good job of blocking it before it can get inside Pascoa now. And this power play is over with. Pascoa. She'll finally send the puck in the air, but Naha now with a breakaway. Joel turns around. She's at the glove of the mouth. She sends it upstairs. A great job. Even the rebound is a save. Hallie Martins standing on her head inside the pipes there, coming right off of the expiration of the penalty. Darcy Johal came out of the sin bin and had a breakaway opportunity one-on-one, and she's stymied. And the rebound is stymied by Martins. So 3:15 on our game clock here in the second period. Steelers, a little bit of energy out of the bubble now. They had the man advantage. Had an opportunity to maybe even this matchup. And they just could not come away on the power play with any real opportunities. A lot of shots by Wong up top. Never really had any type of action going into the net. Real easily blocked outside. That's Broussard. We'll try to find Patterson. Patterson spinning shot. A pad save from Cornish. 2:26 on the clock. Naha leads 2-1 over the Pacific Steelers in the 11th JWHL Championships. There's a turnover, Patterson. Quality shot. Easy save, though, there for Cornish. Had a good view. And Pacific has done a good job, I'd say, the last 10 minutes of this second period of really possessing the puck and putting the pressure on to get back in this match. Here's a wraparound opportunity by Broussard. That netting came off, but they didn't stop the action. They allowed the play to continue to go. You can see right now Cornish on the other end trying to fix the net herself. Odd that the referees didn't slow the action down and make sure that the net was secure. So final 90 seconds of the second period. Naha takes it into their zone. Easy shot up top and save for Martins. So Pascoa on the draw coming in for the Steelers. He's facing off against Forsberg. Taking that puck back inside was Feast. Pascoa now. Keeler couldn't keep on her blades and lost the wheel. Goes down the ice. 1 minute remaining on the second period. A good play there by Joel. Now taking the puck back up inside the zone is Feast. One of the smaller defensemen, but he's good hands. Ruthrich, there is time. Ruthrich now with it. She gets it back, spins inside. Centering pass. It's a great save on the doorstep. It's a centering pass by Ruthrich to Wagner. Wagner, since the shot upstairs and just eating that puck up was Hallie Martins. Martins is doing a great job keeping the Steelers in this match. 17 seconds on the game clock. Quick shot over the head of Martins as the Steelers clear it out of their zone. Rutherich with one more opportunity. A good job by Patterson deflecting that shot, and that will do it for our second period. And a good second period for the Pacific Steelers. Coming back in and chopping the lead in half for the Naha squad, who leads 2-1. We'll take ourselves a break. We'll have the Zamboni machine come out and clear the surface, and we'll be back with our third and final period of the JWHL Championships right here from the Kennedy Recreational Center. Don't go anywhere, folks. We got ourselves a great match here. And welcome back to the JWHL championship match between the Pacific Steelers and the North American Hockey Academy, who lead the Steelers 2-1. We're just about to get ready for our third and final period. I'm Kevin Bryant here on the call. Would love to thank and congratulate some of our former JWHL members who participated in the recent Olympics in Korea. For Team USA, it was Amanda Pelkey, Nicole Hensley, Haley Sarupa, Kaylee Flanagan. And for Team Canada, Emily Clark and Bailey Brom. Well, the Pacific team got back into this match on a power play opportunity in that second period, and they really kind of own the second half of that second period. Last 10 minutes of the period dominated the puck possession and chopped the lead in half to get back into this match. And Jeff Eaton's squad, their second year in this championship match. As the teams congratulate each other, you can see that as Naha comes out on the ice, the Pacific Steelers, Christian Pascoa Wong, and Lemmy and Keeler are the opening lineup for the Steelers. So play is underway. Coming to you from the Kennedy Recreation Center in Trenton, Michigan. And get our offsides call. It's always nice to see the ice after the Zambonis come out. Gonna have to have one of you kids in the develop some type of ice surface that doesn't get scarred up. So to begin things, a good forecheck, taking off the puck quickly, was Ruthrich. Unable to corral the turnover, though, was the Steelers. And back up the ice comes Donnelly. Her shot goes right into the glove of Martins. Martins has played well, kept her team into this match by being stellar in between the pipes for the Steelers. Now on the draw, it's Patterson and Bryce. Steelers will control it. They'll exit out of their zone. And Ray will give chase. Unable to catch up to the biscuit. The way the Steelers got back into this match was off turnovers and man advantages. Oh, right off of the top shelf, the post, the goalie's best friend comes into play on that breakaway shot effort. Martins caught off guard, really. I believe that was Markovsky on the shot. The Robert Morris University signee on the breakaway. Unleashed a shot upstairs over the head of Martins. Martins, fortunate, no bar down shot there. So Pascoa control the draw. Shoot the puck up the ice out of her zone. Quickly back up the ice into their own offensive end. Comes Naha as they make a change. Both teams still trying to get the cobwebs out of that break. And not a lot of crisp passing or play to begin this third final period. It's been a long season. Coming to this point for both units, skating since the fall 2017. We're almost in the spring of 2018. A lot of folks thinking about where they'll be playing college hockey next year. But we have some unfinished business here in this championship match. And these teams are too close to be looking ahead. So here's Ruthridge, Player of the Year, coming in hard, goes upstairs. Great shot, throwing it upstairs right off of the shoulder. And are we going to get ourselves a penalty here? Or did the puck bounce out and get a high stick call? That's all it will be. So either offsides or a high stick call. Either way, we'll have a dropping of the puck outside the zone. It'll be Ruthridge going up against Pascoa. Two top centers of each team. Pascoa will take care of this draw. Ruthridge, though, forechecking. Taking the stealer right off the puck, drops it back in behind the net. Get ourselves an icing call on that errant pass. 16:22 on the game clock here in the third final period. This championship match between the Pacific Steelers and the team that's always here, it seems like, North American Hockey Academy. Pascoa and Bryce will face off. Naha controls the draw. Spread it up the ice. Pascoa comes in with the steal. That puck will find the netting. As Pascoa scooped it out of her zone. This time it's it's Patterson and Bryce. Shot up top, bounced down into the corner, controlled into the board though. Momentarily it looked like Naha had that pass. Here comes it up top. A lot of traffic in front of Martins. Shot over everyone's head though. And Naha with a quick change. Steelers unable to capitalize momentarily. They looked like they had some open ice. Now Pascoa comes in with the turnover. She has some help. Keeler couldn't find Pascoa coming back through the crease. Wong, quick one-timer, sends it inside. Wong, strong shot up top. Get ourselves a icing call. So it's 14:48 on our game clock. You're watching the 11th JWHL Championships from Trenton, Michigan. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kevin Bryant here with the cameraman Danny on the broadcast area, enjoying this entire weekend here in Trenton, Michigan. Both teams will make a shift change. As Naha comes up into their zone. A goal from Naha. Really set themselves apart from the Steelers, making them feel real bad about themselves if they're able to get a little separation. Likewise for the Steelers, they're trying to even things out this match, put a little bit of pressure on the Naha group that hasn't lost a match since December 8th. We were joined early in the broadcast by Kush Sidhu, coach of the Washington Pride and one of the co-founders of the JWHL. And he mentioned how talented and deep of an organization Naha is. There's a turnover, Pascoa. It's going to be a penalty coming up against Naha. It looks like there's going to be a slashing call. And this is going to be big for Pacific. Taking a sit in the sin bin for that slash is going to be Baea Graves for 2 minutes. You can hear the bench of the Steelers egging on Pascoa, Wong, Parton, Broussard, and Patterson on the ice for their team. Quick turnover, Wuthrich. Good job by Pascoa battling Wuthrich. Wuthrich now with the turnover. Looks around, doesn't have any help. She'll eat the puck up against the board. Crucial time, though, coming off of this penalty. Now Broussard to take it. Clear it up for Wong. Wong right behind Wuthrich going to the bench, kind of slowly, too. So now the Steelers will set this attack. Wong's one-timer. Couldn't get a clean shot off. The Sims will come out onto the ice for the Steelers. Patterson will join her. Grumley will make her way on the ice too. We're under a minute remaining on this power play. No real efforts from the Steelers on the net. You see Cornish there, not even a ready position because her defense in front of her has been so stellar, taking the Steeler attackers off. Just like that. Immediately are sticky on the defense is this Naha unit. Doing a good job of the kill. Putting the puck up against the corner there was Bryce. Only 15 seconds on the power play, and this is why this Naha group hasn't lost in so long. When they have any type of adversity, the unit steps up. And Bill Driscoll couldn't be more pleased with that penalty kill there as we're back to even ice. Now back up the ice hard comes Naha. That shot is wide from Callie Forsberg. And for the Steelers, that was an opportunity that they wish they had over again. They never really mounted any effective shots on the net. And it was due to just the defense from this Naha group, not allowing any of the Steelers to really possess the puck without anyone's attention. Now it's Patterson exiting our zone. Flanked there by Graves, who just came out of the sin bin. Poke check there. A stick check from Lemmy. Bohaney battling. Now it's Broussard trying to get it over to Patterson. A good job of Rutherich going down the ice. Patterson's shot, stick saved away. As we're under 10 minutes remaining in this championship match. There's a shot. Oh, that rebound was vicariously just looking for somebody to bounce it back in the net. And you see Broussard upset that nobody was home on her effort because it bounced around, the rebound did, and it could have found a home in the back of the net. 9:10 on the game clock. Dropping of the puck is controlled by the Steelers. They're going to have to put some pressure and at least some shots on the net to try to crack the safe we call Cornish in between the pipes for Naha. Parton with a good job, the defenseman. Another good job. The Steelers team is not allowing any other goals, but they, on the flip side, cannot do anything on the offensive end. Here's a turnover. A shot, stick save, rebound. And that's skill. Clean vision out of Cornish on that shot effort. It was right at her chin, and she just scoops it out of the air for the save. 8:16 on our game clock. Steeler bench trying to pass on some energy to the players out onto the ice. It's going as Forsberg now with it behind to Joel. Send that puck across the ice. Forsberg didn't see it. Had an opportunity for a redirect. Puck just bounced right over her blade. That shot is tied up. There's a breakaway opportunity, one-on-one, as Parton comes in off the ice. Gets in the way of Forsberg. And we're going to have ourselves either interference. And so now on the, we have Martin's fixing her apparatus. Looks like her pads came loose. So I'll have a little on-ice timeout. That penalty was assessed to Raymond Ray. 2 minutes. So you got Grumley gonna give her netminder a tap, ready to go. Pascoa and Rutherich on the draw. Pascoa scoops it over, but Naha will control the puck. This is going to be a big kill here for this Steelers squad. Puck's still loose. And Martin's lost her stick there into that scrum. She'll be able to corral it. Here comes Rutherich back up the ice. Seems like the entire arena calmed down for a moment there, quieted up. Well, adding a little bit extra drama to this power play opportunity. Everyone knows how crucial this one is for both units. Good job coming in, Grumley, disrupting that centering pass. And there's a good save off of the shot of Kaylee Denali. So Martins is actually going to make her way over to the bench. There's something wrong. And not sure if they're going to continue with Martins or if they're going to, it looks like she's still having a problem with her padding. So we're going to get a stoppage of play while she fixes this padding out. You saw her in the last play where she couldn't, well, she had dropped her stick, lost her stick. Just something wasn't going right with her gear. And she asked for a timeout for the referee, and not a timeout assessed to the bench, but a stoppage of play to fix her padding. And rightly so, the refs are allowing her to go in and fix it. I'm not sure if how patient the refs are going to be in this situation and how much time they're going to allow her to fix the padding without blowing the whistle and asking for another netminder to come out for Coach Eaton's squad. So in the far ground there at the top of our screen, we can see the Naha unit having their own little huddle while the entire team for the Steelers are huddled around. And really taking a look at Haley Martin and making sure that, and she might even have had an injury to her left calf. She was really trying to flex it, and either way, she's getting herself back ready to go. You know how hockey players go. And have to drag me off the ice. She's not going to allow me to take myself off the ice. And Martins makes her way back to the pipes. Pascoe and Ruth Rich are ready. Martins is ready. I'm ready, and the puck is dropped. .50 seconds remaining on the power play. Always after a stoppage of play, hard to get back into it. Pascoe on the turnover, heads up the ice. Unfortunately, goes right off of the far post. Back up the ice comes Ruth Rich. She'll run into her own player, and both players will go down to the ice. Looks like that was Rose, Kiki Rose, that she had bumped into. Ruth Rich really kind of took the brunt of that action, went down to the ice rather gingerly, and with 18 seconds on the power play, Martins will swallow that puck up. Both teams will send their second lines out on the ice. Parton, Sims in on the draw, going up against Bryce for Naha. Sims will control it, but Naha will continue to have the puck. It's a shot upside off of the blocker of Martins. The final seconds of the penalty. One more shot effort. Glove save right as the penalty expired, and we'll have the dropping of the puck. The ice will be even. 5:30 on our game clock. The Pacific Steelers now are going to have to really hard start pressing things to get back and even out this match. Trailing by 1 goal. Did a good job there of killing that penalty. Two players battling down inside in the crease. It was a good job out of both players fighting. And Martins stepping up and blocking the puck as it made its way towards the net. Now Patterson's banged up as she tries to get up the ice into her own zone. Under 5 minutes remaining in this championship match. Dohanty slams the puck up the ice. Broussard forechecking, unable to get the turnover. Keeler, though, the good blade, unfortunately couldn't get the puck onto the board. And Joel Hall with the shot. Hers is wide. Here's an opportunity coming in. That shot is just wide from Forsberg. And Naha is pressing like they're trailing in this match and keeping the pressure on the Steelers, where they're unable to even mount an attack and get it out of their own defensive zone. It's another example of the forechecking out of this unit from Naha. And they're sticky on the defense. So now we'll have to eyeball the bench area to see if and when Jeff Eaton decides to yank the netminder and try to get an extra player on the ice. But this is what he has to keep in mind, is that the forechecking of and the turnover ability of Naha, you may want to keep the ice the way it is. They get quick turnovers and change the ice quickly. Under 3 minutes. As Ray lost her stick momentarily. Patterson sends it to Sims. Puck is kept in the zone, but Steelers will retreat. Here's a shot all the way up, but offsides will be called on Darcy Joe Hall. 2:36 remaining in this championship match. That icing call will give the Steelers an opportunity in their own zone. And Pascoa will come in. He's facing off against Markovsky. Markovsky will win that draw. Markovsky unable to catch up with the puck. Doheny with numbers. Couldn't find Broussard behind her, though. And coming up into shot. Blocked there. Right off of the leg of Parton. And Broussard to fall into the boards. Puck is kept momentarily into the zone. Now, Naha taking in, taken down to the ice. No call. Thought their ref was eyeballing as Wagner went down to the ice if he should call anything. For the Steelers fans, thankfully he did not. There's a shot that's just to the left of the glove, off the back of the board. And now the Steelers over to Patterson as she crosses the center ice. Sends it in as Keeler gives chase. And they did pull the goalkeeper now, but and we have ourselves a penalty. No, just a neutral zone dropping of the puck. And Coach Eaton trying to get an explanation out of one of the refs about the call. He was just pulling his netminder and he wanted to know why there was a stoppage of play there. And he's not really happy why the play was stopped, because he's really trying to play strategy now. So we'll get ourselves a timeout call. I believe this timeout will be assessed to the Pacific Steelers as they'll try to set up their strategy of this final minute and 20 on our game clock here in the JWHL Championships. This timeout now is not just only for strategy, but also to give your players a break as they go out for the final 120. And you want them as fresh as can be after a long season, after a long weekend, and after getting to the point in the season where you'd like to be. These are where these final instructions go a long way. Slow the action down for the players, give them something to focus on, and dial up that one play that you know you're successful with if you're Jeff Veeten. And then likewise for Bill Driscoll's team, he's just reminded them, be who you were all year long. No mistakes. And know what's to come. Know that Martins will probably exiting the bench very soon after the dropping of the puck, and know that you'll have an extra person that you're going to have on the defense. Puck is dropped. Pascoa wins the draw for the Steelers. Parton now with it. Send it across the ice as the Steelers drop it into their zone, and there's the call. And now you see Sims comes onto the ice as Martins goes to the bench. Under 1 minute remaining in the game clock. Now Patterson with it. She'll send it out as an errant pass there. Unfortunate. We'll get ourselves an icing call. And Patterson glanced to the center of the ice, thought she had a teammate. Thankfully, they'll get an icing call, and the puck will be dropped into their own offensive zone. Ruthrich now going against Pascoa. Pascoa will win the draw. 42 seconds on our game clock. That's the type of action you want on the puck. You want it to be off the ice and going to the goal mouth and make it difficult for the defense to pick it up. Right now, it's Naha Tam Wong. 15 seconds on the clock. She's shadowed, is able to get control of the puck. Final 10 seconds. It's a shot that's sent down. And I'm not sure if the Steelers are going to have a chance as the final horn will sound, and that's championship time for the North American Hockey Academy as they will win it, the 19U championship of the JWHL. Always a great sign to see at the end of a long season. And also, you take a look at the combatants, and they're thanking each other for the Pacific Steelers. They had themselves a great year. They've gotten a little bit closer to this bunch from the North American Hockey Academy. They have to be thankful for the way they skated this weekend and the entire season long. So don't go anywhere. We're going to see the presentation of the trophy announcements and the awards for each individual player. And we'll also get some on-ice interviews with some of the players and the coaches from both teams here at the Kennedy Rec Center. There's a great shot of a team that has definitely been fighting all year long and has just been successful this entire season. A lot of hard work, a lot of long hours, a lot of travel, all paying off now. And now we'll have Kush Sidhu going to try to quiet up as we hear the presentation of the trophy. And so you got Ruth Rich down there, the captains. You'll see Don Donnelly and Roast. I think that was Marino as well. Now the seniors out there with their championship banner. It's beautiful. And there it is. The entire team will come out now and celebrate. Touching that trophy. We're going to go down onto the ice and try to get a couple interviews before we wrap up things. Hey, congratulations. Congratulations on your 8th championship. What was it like this year?
Oh, it's one year after another, but these guys embraced it. They came a long way from where they started in the beginning of the year. Hard work, perseverance, and a real dedication to teamwork.
Yeah,
Made the difference.
well, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. Well, all right, but it's second year in a row you're facing up against the Pacific Steelers team, and they made it close tonight.
They did. They took it up another notch from last year. They expected a good game from them. They work hard. They're well coached. They're in a great group of girls and a great group of coaches.
Well, you're losing a lot of talent from this year, but can you speak a little bit about a couple of your players? Ruth Rich was a standout player of the year for you, and then in between the pipes today, making a very good effort with your netminder. Cornish did a great job for you.
Yes, led by our captain, 27, Emma Woodrich, player of the year. But she couldn't do it without her teammates. So she had a good line. Our D was good. You know, it was a close game. It was a well-fought game. And Cammie Cronish was the difference for sure in the net.
Well, congratulations again. I'm going to try to catch up with some of your players.
Awesome. Thanks.
Good job. Yeah. All right. Now, which one should I grab first? You tell me. Kevin,
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, first off, the camera's right up here.
Oh, I'm doing the interview. Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'll put this on, I guess.
Go.
Actually, no.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Cami, congratulations on a fantastic match today. I'm sure you're going to thank some of your players in front of your teammates, but what was it like?
It was just so amazing to see all the work that we had put in through the season come to fruition and take home the championship 2 years in a row.
Now, I know that you're going on and playing on the next level next year, but talk a little bit about your experience with this club.
Well, especially being in the JWHL and growing the game, there's such good competition here and so many girls that are so dedicated to growing, especially in the sport and getting other people interested, and being at NAHA where it's such a small environment is just it's a great learning experience and a great environment to get better at hockey.
Well, congratulations. You came out to Trenton, Michigan. What was it like playing here today?
It was fun. We had a good time. It was fun to be here.
Well, I'll let you go celebrate with your players. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm sneaking. You got a goal today, right?
Yeah.
All right, Leah. All right. This is our camera right up here,
Okay.
Leah.
Okay.
Congratulations on your championship match. What was it like out there on the ice today?
Oh, it was crazy. I mean, just like a mix of emotions. Senior year, we just laid it all on the line, so it was fun.
Now, talk about that goal that you scored. The puck came in and it was bouncing in, and you found it and you got it in the back of the net.
Yeah. I was just planning on putting a shot on net, and it just bounced my way. I got lucky, I guess.
Well, your teammates, they played a big part in this
Yes.
this win today. No one could really, I don't want to point out anyone other than just the entire unit.
Yeah.
And yourself, what were you thinking some of the strategies that you had to apply today?
We were just talking about being good in our defensive zone, shutting them out, keeping them to the outside, just keeping our lead and not playing defense first. So
And final words, what's it like to be a champion?
it feels great. Speechless.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's see if we can grab another player or two. Oh, now these two are kissing the trophy. You got one? Yes, I do. Thanks, Bill. I think we're going to get our captain, our player of the year, Emma. Emma, congratulations.
Thank
I just want to ask, what was it like being on a championship team this year?
Really fun. It was our goal from last year to come back and compete and try and win it again. That's what we did, so it feels really good.
Well, back-to-back is very hard. What were some of the obstacles that you had to come throughout the season?
As a team, we had to work together, and there's a few ups and downs, and we had to work in our defensive zone, and towards the end of the year that ended up being really great, so it helped us.
What was your thoughts on the game today?
I thought we battled super hard, and everyone was all for the team, and that's what, in the end, won us the championship.
Well, the JWHL is a very it's a tough league, a lot of good competition, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Pacific Steelers, they came in ready to fight today. Oh, what was the difference you think in your mind for you guys coming away with the win?
I think it was just we wanted it more, and like I said last year, we wanted to come back and win it again, and for us seniors, it's our last high school game, so we wanted to have a good outcome.
Well, congratulations,
Thank you.
not just on the championship, but on Player of the Year.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And before we get out of here, as everyone is celebrating, I just want to say thank you to the folks at the Kennedy Rec Center, as well as everyone involved in our broadcast here on the JWHL team, our broadcast team, our cameraman Danny. We also had Robin and Edward. And again, all of the folks here at the Kennedy Rec Center. For the second year in a row, NAHA comes away with the championship over the Pacific Steelers. For Kevin Bryant and the entire JWHL staff, see you next time right here